Hey everyone. All right, well, here we are finishing the week with another red day. This has been a little bit of a disappointing week, not a lot of progress. In fact, I'm going to be in the red this week, but that's part of being a trader. You got to take the downs with the ups. It's hand in hand. You can't separate the two. So this is a week where there's definitely a lot of opportunity to learn, and my hope is that by sharing the red days with you, you maybe learn even more from those days than from the big green days. So enjoy the recap. As always, questions, comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys first thing on Monday morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap for the morning. Today, this is the, fourth or fifth day of just really lackluster action in the market, where we just haven't seen a lot of good momentum. We haven't seen a lot of follow through. The leading gapper today, the leading gapper was NCTY, which was too cheap. Wasn't interested in that. PRPO is actually the one that I focused on. It's now at $2.83. But PRPO, I traded it yesterday. It made this big move. And pre-market, it kind of was looking like we were going to get second day follow-through continuation. So when the bell rang, it dipped down for a second. It dipped down and then it surged up. And as it surged up here, I jumped in at right around 362. It then flushed down to 339. It then continued to sell off to 330. I tried to take a bounce trade off of 330 right here. That failed. I stopped out of that. So one loss, two losses, and then I was just done with it. So, it's kind of almost impressive to the sell side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles. Bear flag, another big red candle. Bear flag, another drop down. Bear flag, another drop down. So the momentum on this one was on the sell side. We did not see clean follow through. This did not give second day continuation. So on that one, I lost $2,000, which is disappointing. So this one got me for a $2,000 loss on 2 trades, which, is disappointing also because I lost on it yesterday. So red on it yesterday, red on it again today. This one I just did not trade well. So I got to mark this in my calendar. I'm down 922 on the day. Let me, let's see, there's my P&L here on the day. So it was red yesterday, was red today. I was green on Wednesday, but not by a lot. So, it's kind of like having just this whole week has been a wash, which is a kind of just a bummer. Although at the same time, we had a really nice hot streak from mid-August until the second week of September, where I made about $60,000. So $60,000 during that hot streak. During this cold streak, I'm down about $5,000 this week, and I was down 800 last week. So second red week in a row, down 6,000. Making 60,000 over 4 weeks and then losing $6,000 over 2 weeks. In terms of, keeping things in perspective, that's good progress, a little bit of a setback. And, obviously I would like to see next week I start to stair step back up. Guess what? Next week is October. October, November, December, January. Those are statistically my strongest months of the year. So I'm really looking forward to being on kind of the other side of the statistical, kind of trading line, where typically from May until September for me is slower, and then from October through, February and March are better. So that's something to be excited about. I do expect we will see more stocks like PRPO. When I was hosting our workshop yesterday and looking back at some of these charts, I was like, man, those are some beautiful charts. Stocks that were going up 100, 200, 300, 400% in one day. Looking at BPTH, RKDA, LFIN, DRYS. Some of these just incredible charts. And those typically are setups that we see between well, I guess it's between October and March or so. So the fact that we're getting into that time of year is great. I really want to try to capitalize on it. And although I'm a little disappointed to have a couple of red trades this week and to have 2 weeks of basically difficult trading. It's not break even trading. I mean, I have lost some money these last 2 weeks, but fortunately, I haven't dug myself a really deep hole. And that's one of those things that I'm always thinking about. Drawdowns happen in trading. It's trying to be a trader who never experiences loss. You're trying to achieve the impossible. So rather than set a unrealistic standard, the standard that I instead try to set is to have minimal drawdown as much as possible. So if I look at my detailed here, these are all my metrics. So this shows me my my drawdown stats. Now, drawdowns for me have gotten bigger this year as I've been trading with larger share size. Stakes are higher, and that's just been this is sort of like this: bigger share size, bigger dollar amounts, bigger drawdowns. So the biggest one I've had now, I think in my entire career, was a $46,000 drawdown. So I lost $46,000 off of my all-time highs. So we can go back. That was this little blip right here. It doesn't look like a lot, but that's what it was. And then I had another pretty steep drawdown in June, down 34,000. And then I had a drawdown in the beginning of August before my hot streak began. That was 15,000, and my drawdown right now is about 6,000. So trying to keep drawdowns less than 10 grand or less than 15 grand, I think is a good a good kind of standard. And that means that it's okay to have loss. Being a loser 29% of the time, well, I still made over $1 million, $1.5 million during this period. So it's okay to be wrong 30% of the time. It's just, and sometimes those losses are all clustered together. Usually they are. I'll have a period where I'm trading with just not a lot of follow through, losses get clustered, and then I'll have a period where I'm trading really well and the winners are clustered. So when the losers are clustered, that's when you're going to be experiencing this stair step down. And the goal is to minimize it as much as possible. Now, if you're a trader who has days or weeks like this, where you just give back weeks or months of progress, I want you to know that I know exactly how that feels because I have been there. The goal that I set for myself when I was having those types of drawdowns was to try to, I was having them almost on a monthly basis. Once a month, I would give back my entire previous month of profit. So I'd, make some progress and then give it all back. Make some progress and give it all back. And I started to set a goal of just trying to put as much space between those bad red days as possible. So I would say, okay, it's been how many weeks since I had a snowball red day where things just got out of control? It's been 1 week. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 4 weeks. My goal is to get at least 6 weeks. And then I got at least 6 weeks. And then it was like, okay, my goal is to get 8 weeks between these red days. I know that they're going to happen. They're maybe not 100% avoidable yet, but just try to space them out. And then I tried to get in the mindset of, understanding what are my triggers that are resulting in this type of drawdown. This was a very emotional week of trading for me. Without a doubt, I was trading emotionally. I was had a lot of stuff going on that was really stressing me out. And I wasn't 100% there in terms of my own trading. Now, even for me, having a sense of awareness, I still kind of let it happen. And so it's something that, always have to try to focus on and improve. So anyways, that's about it for me. I've got to run here, so I will catch up with you guys first thing Monday morning. Hopefully we have some great stocks on the scanners. We can start the week off on a good note. Monday will be the last day of September, and then October is on the other side. So and the trades on TTPH, I kind of was focusing on PRPO. TTPH, pullback trade here, adding into a halt, up here. That didn't work. It dropped down coming out of the halt. I sold 3/4 of my position right at the $0.50, held the rest into the halt for the move higher. I actually added back into the halt and then held what I was holding at that point. Came back down, stopped out. Fran, so this was not a very good one. So reverse split setup, which I thought might work. Fran, nice pullback here, but I took the Fran trade when I was already in TTPH and I was out of buying power. Both of these are non-marginable. So I actually ran out of buying power, mostly because Fran is so expensive. But anyways, that's it for me. And a $900 red day. I was able to cut the loss in half rather than try to make it all back. I cut it in half, and that's some progress. So anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys on Monday.
If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.